Hello dear student. In previous lecture we have seen what is by human health, how immunity works, what is by immunity, types of immunity. Then the next one, that is cells of immune system. There are two main types of cells involved in working of immune systems. They are lymphocytes and antigen presenting cells. Lymphocytes are the main cells of immune systems. These are the cells of blood corpuscles. They, like the other blood corpuscles, arises from stem cells, that is hematoblast, present in liver of fetus, and in adult they are produced from bone marrow. Some of them undergoes differentiation in gut associated buccal lymphocyte tissue such as tonsils, Peyer's patches, and therefore they are known as buccal or B lymphocytes. And others are differentiated in the thymus glands and therefore they are known as T lymphocytes. The cells which are differentiated in buccals, that is tonsils and Peyer's patches, they are known as B lymphocytes, and the cells which are differentiated in thymus glands, they are known as T lymphocytes. The mature lymphocyte passes into blood fluids, that is blood and lymph, and circulate in body. Many of them stay in lymph nodes. The B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes form humoral or antibody mediated immune systems and cell mediated immune systems. Both the immune systems needs antigen to come into action, but they respond in different ways. Here antigens means these are the microorganisms which are enter in our body, or the chemicals or the response given by these microorganisms, they are known as antigens. And these immune systems, they give response to these antigens. Here the first, how these T lymphocytes works, that is mechanism of response of T lymphocytes to antigens. On coming in contact with an antigen, a T lymphocytes form its clone of T cells. That means these T lymphocytes produces so many types of or similar types of T lymphocytes, which are also known as clones of T lymphocytes, which are similar but they perform different functions. These clone lymphocytes, they are of four types: helper T cells, killer T cells. Killer T cells, they are also known as cytotoxic T cells, suppressor T cells, and memory T cells. Helper T cells, after sensitization, they produce lymphokinase for performing several types of functions, like proliferation of other T cells, that means multiplication of other T cells, T lymphocytes, then stimulation of B lymphocytes, and macrophages. These macrophages, they have very important roles in phagocytosis. Then second types of T lymphocyte, that is killer T cells or cytotoxic T cells. They directly attack and destroy invading microbes, infected body cells, and cancer cells. Killer T cells bind to infected cells and secrete perforins. Then perforins forms a hole in infected cells. It also releases substances that kill the cells, hence the name cytotoxic T cells. The third one, that is suppressor T cell. These cells suppress entire immune system against attack on own body cell. It is also known as autoimmune system. And the fourth one, that is known as memory T cells. These are previously sensitized cells which retains the sensitization memory for long times in future. We have seen in measles, the persons which get first encounter by measles, there is memorization of that attack, and the antibodies, they are produced for measles. And when the second encounter takes place, these antibodies, they react with these antigens and they destroy these antigens, and therefore these memory T cells, they have very important roles in immune system. Then mechanism of action of B lymphocytes to antigen. B lymphocytes are sensitized directly by both antigens as well as by helper T cells. Activated B lymphocytes multiplies very fast to produce clone of plasma cells and memory B cells. And these plasma cells produce specialized glycoproteins known as antibodies, which are circulated through body fluids, which is also known as humors like bloods and lymph. The antibody molecules may bind to a cell membranes or they remain free. The free antibodies have three main functions. These are agglutinations, apponizations, and neutralization. What is the agglutinations? Agglutination of particulate matter, including bacteria and viruses. The immobilized mass is then engulfed by phagocytes. When any microorganism they enter in our bodies, either they may be bacteria or viruses, they get immobilized, and this immobilized mass is engulfed by phagocytic cells which are present in body. These phagocytic cells, they may be Kupffer cells in liver, then neutrophils of WBC, and other cells such as mast cells. Then second, apponization. It is also known as coating of bacteria to facilitate their subsequent phagocytosis by macrophages. And the third one, that is known as neutralization. Neutralization of toxins which are released by bacteria, for example tetanus toxins. Each antibody is specific for particular antigen. Antigen presenting cells engulf invading pathogens and process the antigens. Then the processed antigens are presented on their own surface, and these cells are able to deliver stimulatory signals that is necessary for activation of helper T cell. Here these helper T cells, they play important roles, and these helper T cells which are present in bloods, these helper T cells, with the help of these helper T cells, these antigen presenting cells, they are present in bloods, and these antigen presenting cells, they combines with antibody, and there is formation of antibody antigen complex, and this antigen antibody complex is then destroy these antigens. Then vaccinations. Nowadays we are suffering from pandemics of corona. These days we know the importance of vaccines. There are so many types of vaccines that are produced and they are utilized. These vaccines, they protect us from various types of disease. Administration of vaccines. Actually, what is vaccines? These are the inactivated pathogens or antigenic protection of particular pathogens, which protect against a particular pathogens is called vaccination. There are particular vaccines for particular types of microorganisms or pathogens. The body's immune system helps to protect against pathogens that cause infection. It's an efficient system most of the time. Our body itself, when any microorganism they invade or they enter in our body produces these antibodies, and these antibodies they fights with these microorganisms. It either keeps microorganism out or track them down and gets rid of them. However, some pathogens can overwhelm the immune systems. When this happens, it can cause serious illness. The pathogens most likely to cause problems are the one the body doesn't recognize. And therefore, this vaccination is a way to teach the immune system as to how to recognize and eliminate this pathogenic organism. Therefore, with the help of these vaccines, body is always prepared if you are ever exposed to various types of microorganisms. Vaccination is an important form of primary prevention that can protect people from getting sick. Vaccination has allowed us to control diseases like measles, polio, tetanus, whooping cough that once threatens many lives. Its importance that as many people as possible get vaccinated. Vaccination doesn't just protect individuals. When enough people are vaccinated, it also helps to protect the society. When there is any types of pandemic, these vaccinations they protect the entire community. Vaccinations are safe. Vaccinations are considered to be safe. They are rigorously tested and go through many rounds of study, examination and research before they are used for general public. Extensive research and evidence shows that vaccines are safe, their side effects are rare and typically mild.